YouTube is exhausting. That's right. That's why I labeled this. The title is YouTube is exhausting. And it is. It is extremely exhausting. And if you've been following this channel for any length of time, you know that I try to be consistent in getting videos out at least once a week and to be relevant to the channel, which is about computers and technology and mostly cameras and lenses, but everything all together because I just nerd out and I have ADD. I go in every direction. But because of that ADD, it's exhausting. And also, YouTube is not my full-time job. I can't even call it a part-time job. It is a very small supplemental job that is more of a hobby that gets me going and excited in the day. Yet I only have time to really get one quality video out a week, and sometimes that's even a struggle. So let me go back a little bit. This channel was specifically designed and called Visible Tour, which is the name of my business, which is real estate photography and videography, and that was created in 2017. The purpose was to get videos out there to lead people to my website, but in that small process, I started to get nerds just like me and not clients. And in that route, I started to nerd out with all of you and enjoy it. And therefore, a few years ago, I changed the title to my name, Jared Hoyman, and not Visible Tour because it was no longer about my business, but it was about you and it was about me and it was about encouraging each other and getting each other excited about really photography, videography, and now Mac, because I'm a Mac nerd. Which again, this is not my full-time job. My full-time job is an architectural photographer who shoots about 1,000 homes a year, and that really comes down to about 25 houses a week. That is exhausting. Well, in order for me to do these videos, I actually have to come up with an idea, which isn't always that difficult because there's always something I want to talk about. Then I have to come up with kind of an outline of what I want to do. I don't script it. This one is not scripted. I don't have a teleprompter at all. I am just doing this off the cuff. I had an idea. I'm going to talk about it. And therefore, with my ADD, I go off tangents just like I am right now. I have to focus. And these videos, the filming end, could take anywhere from 30 minutes to over an hour. Then I'm bringing it in over to my computer and I'm cutting off all the awkward silences, the weird moments, the moments where I may pass gas and I don't want you to know about it. I'm taking that out. Sometimes I want you to know about it, but then I think, well, that probably won't help. Yes, that silence right there was probably me passing gas. So that's exactly that editing process, which takes sometimes a few extra hours to do. So now I'm about 6 to 8 hours into that whole process, and I think the video looks great, except for the fact I suck at thumbnails. So now I have to create a thumbnail and get that all set up and a title. And once I do all of that, I then have it listed for the next day, or usually a day or two out sometimes. And there it is, shining for the world to see. And maybe I get a few hundred views, maybe I get a few thousand views, and maybe it goes even higher. But that video ultimately probably made me about $30 for 8 hours of editing and shooting. And yet I get to nerd out, tell you about the cool things that I'm playing with. I am then looking at other things I want to do, and yet I am not really ready to start filming again for another few days and getting it out for the following week. Sometimes, if I am on a roll, I can shoot multiple videos at once and then edit them throughout the week and get a couple of them out there. It is difficult. And then I also have companies that say, hey, that guy knows how to talk to a camera. And then they're like, well, he loves technology. Let's send him a product that he might be interested in. And a lot of the times I'm not. There are very few companies that I actually want to work with. And then the ones that do, well, I then have to use that product. I have to see if I actually like that product because I don't want to review this product if I think it's junk. And then I make a video of that product. And then after I make these product videos and I'm like, yeah, that was fun. I'm like, you know what? That took a lot of time for a product that wasn't as exciting as I thought it was going to be. And so I go back to what I already know. A lens I have, a camera I have, a tripod I have, something I have had really good experience with, and I end up doing a video later on about that, and they get more views because you know I'm more passionate about that. I'm more excited about doing those products. Products. I'm tired. Projects. See, I'm probably not even going to edit that part out. I'm just going to leave it in because these videos take time to make. Even this talking head video right here, where I'm not even out in the field doing any kind of testing, it's exhausting. But I want to be real with you. I work crazy hours as a photographer and videographer, especially with the architectural end. And when it comes to real estate, we are in the busy season. I am constantly out traveling and getting to those locations, shooting them, editing them, working with an editor on the overflow that I can't get to. And so when it comes to this, which I really am excited about YouTube, I love doing it. I am passionate about it. My energy level is low. So I need to figure out a way to do what I love doing and hopefully encourage you guys as well. And girls, I know there's a few of you out there. Oh, and did I mention I'm also a real estate agent? Yeah, I have that going for me too. That busy season is right now. In the last month, I have had 2 listings go live. One closed, one is under contract, will close in about a month and a half. And that is crazy because I have to negotiate these contracts, these offers coming in. I have to communicate with the sellers, the buyers, everything on that end. Plus, I'm shooting over 1,000 homes a year. How am I doing it? It is crazy season. But what do I love most? Is it real estate? Is it photography and videography when it comes to the architectural end of the business? It's actually YouTube. That pays me absolutely peanuts. It pays me little. So why do I do it? That was the question from the beginning. Why do I do YouTube? Because I get to be fully creative. Although I have these clients, I don't have clients. I have you guys, subscribers, people that are interested in my content. And I do it for you. And I don't do it specifically for you. I do it for me, but because of what I love, you happen to love, and we have that in common. And when you leave those comments below, I read them all. And when you're a dick, well, I delete them. And when you're a real big dick, I just block you completely. But those that stick around and leave those comments, that engage, that are excited, that have questions, I love to engage back with you. And that's why I am not giving up on YouTube. It is exhausting. YouTube is one of the most exhausting things I've ever done. It is mentally exhausting as well. And it's abusive. I mean, just like I said, the comments I get below, a lot of you don't even see those comments because I delete them or they are blocked ahead of time. But some of them are nasty. I hear the worst things out of people's thought life that they would never say to me in person because I would beat the crap out of them. Now on this channel, I've read a few things that people have written, but I have not shown all of them. They are horrible. But here's the thing. This is my tangent right now. My tangent is this. The comments that are left on my channel are nothing compared to what they are left on other people's channels. There are channels out there, and we can have a video specifically on this, but there are channels out there where people have been bullied so much on the thoughts that they have had and the excitement that they have had that they have ended up taking their own lives. I have learned early on to get a thick skin, and my skin gets thicker and thicker, and your comments mean nothing because I realize you don't know me. So that is one of the biggest things when it comes to YouTube. That is exhausting. Making the videos is exhausting. The abusive comments are exhausting. But again, I keep coming back. Why do I do it? Because I love creating content. I love creating something that you enjoy. And if I got dislikes all the time and I got hate mail all the time, well, then I would realize this is not for me. This is not my thing. But I get a positive overall on my channel with thumbs up, with comments, and therefore I know you like it. And you are taking my advice because you're using the affiliate links below, which I appreciate if you use those links because it does help encourage me to keep this up, even though it is very little when it comes to the big scheme of things. I could spend 8 hours in one day doing photography and videography, and I'm making about $2,000, where if I'm doing the 8 hours here, I am probably making, if it's a really good video, if I have a hit, maybe in a year, I'm making $500. But typically I am probably making about $50 overall on a video of 8 hours of work. It is not worth that. But it is worth me getting my creativity out, talking about something I'm very excited about, and creating this community of you and I And that's what I love. So I just wanted to get that out here right now. I'm sorry for the rambling. Again, I script very little in my videos. It is from here. I very much enjoy going out in the field, testing out equipment, showing how it works in the real world. And it's not scientific, we all know, because it's Jared-tific, right? But if you like this kind of honest content, I don't mind touching base with you once a month and telling you what's going on in my life, the stresses, and the excitements. And I am excited about this summer. I'm going to have a busy season here when it comes to real estate and photography, but I am going to make time for you. I'm going to make time doing more videos. I hope to do a lot more in raw video and C-Log 2 and with some vintage lenses. And yes, we probably will go to the cemetery and get some of those shots, but I will also bring you to other parts of Green Bay, Wisconsin, which I do enjoy. So that being said, thank you for listening to me. And if you are new here, well, dang, that must have been weird and awkward. But if you liked it, you can like, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next video. Oh, and there's always these videos over here. If you have not seen them already, they're top notch. They're the bee's knees. They are whatever. They're good.